Right now, you're wearing clothes. You probably didn't think twice about it this morning. But here's a question that sounds simple and isn't. Why do humans wear clothes at all? Every other animal on this planet survives just fine completely naked. So what happened to us? The answer isn't just about staying warm. It's stranger, older, and more surprising than you think. Here's where the story actually starts. Millions of years before clothing existed, humans lost almost all of our body hair. Nearly every other mammal kept theirs. Scientists believe this happened because early humans were active hunters in hot climates, running long distances to chase prey. Thick fur traps, heat. Losing it let our bodies cool down through sweating, an enormous evolutionary advantage for endurance hunting. But it came with a massive problem. Without fur, nights got dangerously cold. Sun exposure became dangerous too. We had solved one problem and created a brand new one. So, what did we do before actual clothing existed? Archaeological evidence suggests early humans used animal hides as simple wraps, draped over the body, not sewn, not shaped, just survival. But here's the incredible part. Scientists found a way to figure out exactly when humans started wearing clothes. Not from the clothes themselves. Ancient fabric doesn't survive hundreds of thousands of years. Instead, they studied lice, specifically body lice. Body lice can only survive in clothing, not on skin alone. Genetic research comparing body lice to head lice suggests they diverged as a species somewhere between 83,000 and 170,000 years ago, which means that's roughly when humans started wearing clothing regularly. Lice solved a mystery that fabric never could. This discovery matters more than it sounds. Before clothing, humans were largely limited to warm climates. Once early humans figured out how to layer animal hides and furs, something remarkable happened. Humans began migrating into colder regions, Northern Europe, Siberia, eventually across the frozen land bridge into the Americas. None of this would have been possible without clothing. Some researchers argue that clothing is one of the most important inventions in human history, arguably as important as fire. Without it, humans may have never left Africa's warmer regions at all. Wrapping fur around your body only gets you so far. At some point, ancient humans figured out something crucial. Shaping clothing to fit the body works far better than just draping it. Archaeologists have found sewing needles made from bone dating back over 40,000 years. Tiny, precisely carved, with a small hole for thread made from animal sinew or plant fiber. This wasn't crude survival gear anymore. This was engineering. Fitted clothing trapped body heat far more effectively than loose wraps. Some researchers believe fitted, sewn clothing may have been one of the key advantages that allowed humans to survive the brutal cold of the last ice age when other human species did not. Once clothing existed for warmth, something else happened quickly. It became something more. Archaeological evidence shows ancient humans decorating clothing with shells, beads, and dyed fibers tens of thousands of years ago. This wasn't necessary for survival. This was identity. Status. Belonging to a specific group. Some researchers believe clothing decoration may be one of the earliest forms of human self-expression, a way to say something about who you were without speaking a word. Clothing had shifted from a tool that kept you alive to a tool that told people who you are. That transformation never stopped. It's still happening every single day. Here's the twist. We think of clothing as something simple, practical, obvious. But the decision to wear clothing fundamentally changed human biology, human migration, and human culture all at once. It allowed us to leave Africa, survive ice ages, express identity before written language even existed. One of the most overlooked inventions in human history is something you put on without thinking every single morning. Humans lost their fur, then spent 150,000 years solving that problem with hides, needles, and thread. Every jacket, every fitted seam, every piece of clothing you've ever worn traces back to that first person who figured out that a shaped piece of hide kept them warmer than a loose one. Clothing didn't just keep us alive. It made us who we are.